If you want to see me create another look using the Estee Lauder Holiday Kit for 2020, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and we are going to use these little palettes again. This is going to be look 2 for the Estee Lauder Holiday Blockbuster Kit 2020 edition. And I have really enjoyed my first experience with this set. I will put that video right here. And I will also have my unboxing and swatching video showing up there as well if you are curious to know everything that is in the kit and what I've done with it so far. Now, the only product I have from Estee Lauder so far on my face today is the Double Wear Foundation in Bone 1W1, and I am really enjoying it. This is the second time I wear it. I also have the equivalent in the powder foundation from Lauder. I am really impressed. I didn't even set this, and it's just looking really good. So I have this, I have the Tartiste contour on the hollow, or in the hollow of my cheek and on my forehead, and I am ready to go into the eye look and face powders. The one palette I am not going to use today is the Cool Tone palette, and that is because I'm going to be wearing red and this shirt, which is not really going to go with blues and purples, but I do promise I'm going to do the next look with this one. I thought it was going to be today, but it's just not going to work for me. So I'm going to be using this one, the neutrals again, but I won't be using the shadows that I have already used, which is mostly these guys. I am going to use gold and deep brown. That is where I'm going today, and I'm going to finish with a red lip. I think that's going to look good. But given I look like death warmed over, I'm going to put a little bit more color on my face before getting into the eyeshadow. And this is the face palette. I am quite fond of it. It is Blonde Goddess Medium, Pink Kiss 220, and Modern Mercury. And Modern Mercury, if you are shy about highlighters, it is not a bam in your face highlighter. So you may enjoy experimenting with it if you just want to dip your toe into highlighting. I am going to start off with the blush and go right in on the cheek, and it is quite powdery, but I have to use my hand for my hair. It is quite powdery, but does not apply too much pigment all at once, so it's buildable. Seeing some of that foundation peek through, so a little bit more. I do like to go all the way up to the hairline and not too far out front. Let's do the other side. Okay, a little extra dab. Got a little fluff on my brush. Okay, that looks all right. A little bit of the bronzer to deepen it up at the outer edges. Okay, and let's go for a little bit of that highlighter. And for that, I'm going to use my Featherweight blending brush from Sephora, picking up some of that, was it Mercury, Modern Mercury, and just on the cheekbone. Okay, so that just gives me a little bit more color. I'm not as ghostly as I was at the beginning of the video. Luckily, I have a decent camera that just adjusts for the lighting and my paleness. I'm thankful for that quite a bit. I almost picked up, well, I did pick up the Cool Tone palette again. No, yeah, this is the one we're working with today. I so want to do a cool look for you. It's coming. I promise it's coming. Now, for starters, you will see that I have something on my eye, and that is a mixture of Wheat and Desert from the Smashbox Matte Exposure. It is the palette that I'm panning right now, and I always use that combo till I run out to set my primer. So that is in every look. It is consistent, but I do end up just covering it up with other stuff. I'm going to go in with this kind of beigey brown. It is the base color that I used last time, but I don't see why I would change it. I am using a different brush though to do that. And this one is a Sephora brush that I got in a 5 brush kit. Just a very basic brush, nothing crazy about it. Okay, and it's giving me a nice color. Wheat and Desert are just basically beiges. They're pretty boring colors, brow bone base, that kind of a thing. So they don't tend to affect the look and build over top of them. That's why I like going back to them. I know how they behave. I know what the base is going to look like, and I don't have to worry about much else. And I am going to do both eyes at the same time. It is a very simple look today, probably 4 eyeshadows total. My voice is raspy today. Don't know what's going on, but anyway, moving back over to the eyeshadow. I'm going to take, again, some of that beige and just go on the outer lower lid. It's feeling pretty bare right now. Okay, I'm happy with that. And we are going to go into other brushes now. I'm going to go and use this pretty big crease brush, and I'm going to go into this deep brown. And the reason I'm using the big brush is just to diffuse the color more, because it's going to be a deep color. And I want to go in the crease, and then I'm going to go and use more saturation on the outer lid. So here we go in the crease. Okay, further down. And on the outer lower lid. All right, and I'm going to take another crease brush, the one I was using before, and just not buff it out, but just lighten up the very outer lid. Okay, back with this brush and just going to lighten it up right here. Okay, same thing on the other side. With a big fluffy brush, it's possible to diffuse the color a little bit to make a deep color not look so deep. Okay, going back with that crease brush and just softening up the edge here. I'm going to go in with this very big fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics. It's the Pro 5, I think it's called. Studio Pro 5, yeah. I'm just going to lighten this up right here. Okay, it went a little bit further out than I would like. All right, I think that's okay. I'm going to go in with this color on the brow bone. And my favorite type of brush for the brow bone is this kind of a brush. And this one is called the Contour Shadow Brush from Smashbox. Just picking up a little bit and going on the brow bone. Okay, and for anything else on my face, you can always find it in the description box, by the way. So what I have in my brows, etc. What I used for skincare this morning, all that good stuff. Okay, I'm really quite pleased with this. It's nice, it's sultry. but we haven't put the finishing touches. This is just a nice base to now give the look a little bit of a pop. And for that, I am going to go into this gold right here, and I think it's going to look pretty good. I'm going to go into the gold with this multitasker brush from Smashbox. It is my favorite brush in my whole collection to go into the very inner lid. And I do have the Urban Decay Zero on my upper waterline, and that is just so that I look like I have something going on with my lashes, because the ring light really does, it's a lot more light than would normally be on my face, right? So that is what's going on there. I'm just going to start off the gold, but then I realized that I didn't go back on my outer lid and add some of that deep brown, because I want to deepen up the outer lid, and I haven't done that yet. So I'm just going to start off the gold with that brush, and then I will finish off the gold with either my finger or another brush. If I can at least finish this. And looking down, I can make sure that I am in well into my crease. I rarely finish an inner to outer shadow with one brush. It really requires more detail on the inner and more of a diffusing effect on the outer. Okay, now going back into that deep brown, this is the brush that I meant to use for the deep brown, and this is my full coverage shadow brush from Smashbox. I'm using a lot of Smashbox again today. Now it is quite packed on, and I'm just going to try to intensify that outer lid. And I'm really going into the pan to make sure that I have enough product on my brush to get the effect that I'm looking for. I used a chocolate brown in the first impressions with the Lise Wattier holiday collection, and I really liked it. I'll put that look right there for you. It's very, very recently uploaded on my channel. That was a delight. Spoiler alert, that was a delight to use. Okay, and I'm going to have to clean that up. I went a little bit too high with the, not definer, what is it again? Coverage, full coverage brush. I have no idea why this brush, I can never remember the name. Despite the fact that I'm really using it for full coverage, so go figure. How am I doing? Okay, a little bit more. Are they relatively even? They're looking pretty even. I'm going back in with that brush that I used initially to put the brown quite a bit all over. And I'm just going to soften up the gradient from the lid to the crease. I had an eyelash on my nose. Okay, what do I want to do? I want to use a smudger brush to bring that brown further into the lower lid. And I was pretty sure I was going to do it, so I had it taken out already. I haven't had this smudger out for a look in a while. So I put quite a bit on the brush, and I'm going to go along the lower lash line, because I want a bit of a smoky look today. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Okay, let's do that on the other side. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I am not going to go back into my multitasker because I think it's done what it needs to do. I think I'm going to use my finger into the gold and add as much as I need to make it just shine and naturally fade into the chocolate brown. Okay, and other side, same thing. Just pressing it into the lid. Going as far as I can into the crease. Okay, so that gold is showing up pretty well. I'm pretty happy. Now I am going to keep it shorter than usual. I'm going to go off camera, finish my eyes in a very similar way to what I did last time, and show you the final look. Okay, here is the final look. I'm pretty happy with it. Let me tell you what I used to finish up the look. First off, I ended up using the High Vibes, which is a pencil from Urban Decay from their Stoned collection. And I felt like a nice olive green with a little bit of gold sparkle would go well with my upper inner to center lid. It's very creamy. I love this pencil. Then I also reapplied the Urban Decay Zero on my upper waterline. It is a nice black pencil, creamy again. Trying to say creamy and pencil at the same time. That doesn't work, Hélène. I also used another liner, this time a liquid liner from Estee Lauder. This is the little black liner. Not so little, it's double-ended. And it does dispense too much product. It really does. And I used this side only, and it was still too much. It gooped up, and I mean, I've used a lot of liners. I don't have a problem with liners. This is the other end, and it kind of goes wide and narrow on the other end. I did not even attempt to use this side. Last time it was quite a mess. It is just, it's not beginner friendly if you don't use liquid liners. I would not recommend this if you're trying to get into it. No, just no. A lot of product, and it forced me to do a thicker line than I would like. So I don't know if this one is defective or what, but it's not cute. It's not cute. I didn't have to redo anything, but I have to be super, super careful, and usually I'm just drawing a line, no problem. I also used this Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme, which comes in the holiday kit, and I think it works fine. I put 2 coats on. It is not as liquidy as it was when I first cracked it open, and I seem to be able to get a little bit more volume, but I would still call it more of a defining mascara than a volumizing mascara compared to some other ones that I've used, like the Stila Huge, the Lancôme Monsieur Big, and the Freak mascara as well from Urban Decay. So this one, not as much volume as I would like, and I'm a volume girl when it comes to mascaras. For the lips, I used the lipstick that is in the kit and is 340 Envious. And it is a very, very red lipstick. And let me do a swatch. Actually, I didn't do a swatch of the little black liner. Let me do that as well. Okay, so here we go. We've got all 3 liners there, and we have the lipstick that I'm wearing today. It's a nice lipstick. I have a love-hate relationship though with red lipstick. They tend to go all over and kind of feather in the sides of my, or corner of my mouth. Corners of my mouth. I can't speak apparently. I don't know if it works super, super well with the look. It feels like maybe a more orangey red would look better with this goldy brown, but it's not a bad match. It's not a bad match. And then I finished the whole thing up with MAC Fix Plus as my setting spray, and I'm almost done with it, which is why I reached for that one in particular. And that is the end of this look. So this is look number 2 using the Estee Lauder Holiday Blockbuster Kit for 2020. I hope you enjoyed this look. And if you have any other requests, please let me know. I'll show you those palettes again. This is the Neutrals palette. And here is the Cool palette, which I promise I am using next. So if you have specific colors in here you want me to use, please let me know, and I will endeavor to do so. Well, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. I look forward to your comments, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.